Looks like they're gonna try to zero Bren Chong.
Bren Chong, fantastic player, very experienced in the game, probably spent more money in this game than a lot of people.
Hello, Bren. Fancy meeting you here with your gold gear.
Bren Chong undoubtedly made waves in Lords Mobile when he shaped the future of the game by whaling like no other had done before, and setting a precedent that would pave the way for future whales and ultimately shape the future landscape of Lords Mobile gameplay. On this episode, we'll be taking a deep dive into exactly who Bren Chong is, how did he change Lords Mobile, and where's Bren Chong now? Sit back, relax, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's just dive into it. In February of 2016, IGG would release its third major title and soon-to-be flagship franchise game, Lords Mobile. While received with mixed reviews from critics, the game was a hit with players, and Lords Mobile was recognized by Google as the best competitive mobile game in 2016. Right from the start, one player would set the tone of the game, and that player was Bren Chong. Let's first look at exactly who is Bren Chong. Bernard Bren Chong was born in the Philippines in December 1980. The same year Bren was born, his family founded the World Balance Shoe Company, also based in the Philippines. World Balance was truly a family business, and throughout his youth, Bren worked at World Balance alongside his family, helping build the business. From humble beginnings, World Balance Shoe Company rapidly grew and was very successful. During this period, World Balance would achieve high growth and expansion, and this experience would undoubtedly shape Bren's future as an investor and business owner. But being a child of the 80s, Bren would be exposed to video games, and from a young age, Bren showed more interest in gaming, comics, and animating than he did at shoes. Bren would eventually leave his family's shoe business and follow his passion for gaming, comics, and animation. This fateful decision would lead Bren on a unique journey, and Bren quickly established himself as a gamer, an entrepreneur, and an esports influencer. When looking at Bren's road to success, we're going to look at three key events that would shape his future. First, in 2013, Bren co-founded Synergy 88 Studios. Synergy 88 Studios, based in Manila, started as an animation studio and then evolved into a full-service animation studio supplying 2D and 3D assets and animations at the highest level. Synergy 88 has worked with franchises like Gears of War, and it's also worked with companies such as Netflix and DreamWorks, just to name a few. Second, in 2016, Bren Chong founded the PH Alliance, a Philippines-based esports community comprised entirely of Filipino gamers. Bren's vision was to harness the competitive nature of Filipinos and create a professional environment where Filipino-based gamers can perfect their skills and compete on the world stage of esports. Bren told the Tiebreaker Times in 2021, "I've played my fair share of video games growing up. Then I eventually found myself enjoying the competitive nature of esports competitions." Finally, with both Synergy 88 and the PH Alliance, Bren was ready to execute his vision. See, the PH Alliance and his investment in Synergy 88 were just the foundation for his bigger plan, and what Bren did next was unprecedented. He became the first gaming whale. A whale in gaming is defined as someone who spends a great deal on in-app purchases, bringing in the majority of revenue for a free-to-play game in the mobile gaming market. But Bren was savvy, and his vision was bigger than just whaling. See, instead of using traditional media and advertising to promote his companies and his new business ventures, Bren took that money and whaled out on games like Clash Royale and Lords Mobile, and he whaled. Oh yes, he whaled. While it's hard to estimate the amount spent on Lords Mobile alone, we think he spent easily over $1 million on the game, possibly in the first year of its release, possibly more than that. He called his guild Synergy 88 after the business he invested in. No one player or organization had ever spent like this before as a user in a game or mobile game for that matter, and this move immediately thrust Bren and his organizations onto the world stage. It was pure marketing genius, to be honest. This unprecedented spending had the biggest impact on Lords Mobile and would shape the future of the game by paving the way for what could possibly be the largest whales in gaming history. It's hard to pin down Bren Chong's exact start date on playing Lords Mobile, but we know he started his account in the same year the game was released, and he could have been playing as early as the initial launch in February 2016. Now, remember, this is a business venture, so it's possible he planned this whole thing around the release of Lords Mobile, knowing that the game was coming out. Bren Chong immediately took the top spot of the highest might player and, most importantly, the most enemies troops killed in the game, and he held that rank for many years. For those of you that are new to Lords Mobile, a player with might as high as Bren Chong has a castle primarily full of troops, and Bren had the most troops in the game. Might can be comprised of research and buildings and other elements of the game, but when you're this size, it means you've got a ton of troops. But Bren didn't just have troops, though. He had an impressive collection of champ and emperor gear and was known for his aggressive playstyle and is recognized as the first player to reach 1 billion kills in the game. So despite all of Bren's success in Lords Mobile and all the publicity that he was drawing to his organizations and his investments, Bren Chong quit Lords Mobile. But why did he quit? And I've got a couple theories on why he quit. And let's dive in a little deeper into each one of those two theories here. The first theory is that Bren probably estimated the cost benefit from continuing this investment versus the return that he was getting on that investment, and he saw that this was not worth it anymore. Remember, he was replacing traditional media advertising with whaling out in a mobile game. It was nothing that had ever been done before. And so he probably saw that it just wasn't worth his investment. But there really was probably one key factor that made him determine that. And that was 2 years after Lords Mobile's release, the makers of the game, IGG, would release the first of what would end up being many pay-to-win updates that would require players to spend more and more to keep up their top-tier status. That update was Mythic Gear, and Bren was publicly against this, and he publicly protested it. It's easy to say that Bren probably was the most outspoken critic of IGG at that time, and he even gave a quote to Worthy Prince on the issue at the time. Let's roll that footage and see what he said here.
So there it is right there, guys, that it's becoming unhealthy. You know, it's widening the gap. It's making the mid-range spenders look weak.
Bren would then wear his basic champion gear to further protest the new Mythic Gear update. All right, theory 2 on why Bren quit Lords Mobile is that Bren is a prominent figure in Filipino gaming, and he may have felt that the pay-to-win structure of Lords Mobile was not appropriate and healthy for young and impressionable Filipino gamers. Overall, Bren seems like the type of person who cares for his community, and he may have seen Lords Mobile as a toxic thing to young Filipino gamers, given its pay-to-win structure and continual updates just to be competitive in the game. So where is Bren Chong now? In 2017, Bren founded Bren Esports. Bren Esports is a Southeast Asian professional esports organization based in the Philippines. It has competitive teams in Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, CSGO, PUBG, League of Legends, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Clash Royale, Arena of Valor, Rules of Survival, and Tekken 7. Bren's also an active venture capital investor in several businesses, ranging from tech businesses to automotive to healthcare to cybersecurity, and he even owns fast food franchises like Tim Hortons. He has an extensive venture capital portfolio, mostly focused on Philippines-based companies, and he's well known for his support of Filipino entrepreneurs. Does he still play Lords Mobile? In a recent interview, Bren Chong confirmed, yes, he does still play Lords Mobile. Let's hear it here in his own words.
So speaking of, is there any games that you're playing right now?
Other
than chess?
Well, yeah, I play chess. I still play Clash Royale.
Okay.
Sometimes I look at the Hearthstone.
Yeah.
And Lord's Mobile from time to time.
Oh, yeah,
I still
Lord's
look,
Mobile.
look at it.
All right. In conclusion, Bren and his esports communities and businesses have thrived since his days of wailing out in Lord's Mobile. Also, from the sounds of it, he's just like the rest of us, and he still enjoys logging into Lord's Mobile and getting some rally action every once in a while, or at least logging in to stay in touch with friends that he's made on the platform. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below if you want more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yo, you are a legend for watching this video. Thank you. Check out this video up here and leave a comment down there. Hit that like button. Thank you for watching.